Congress in Basel. First ever. My fellow Biafrans, do you see some similarity? In 2023, we had the first ever Biafra convention in Finland. First ever in the history of our freedom fighting. This man convened the first ever Zionist Congress in Basel, Switzerland. In Switzerland, and was elected the president of the Zionist organization. He began a series of diplomatic initiatives. I am talking about 18-something, when Usman Danfodio was conquering the northern Nigeria. When Usman Danfodio was killing the Hausas, this man was busy having a vision for a Jewish state of Israel. And then he began the diplomatic initiative to build support for Jewish state. I am telling you that we are not land anywhere. But that was a vision. That was a vision, and they pursued the vision. Some people who don't know anything how the world works will be telling you today who is the government, which government is supporting you, which state is supporting you, how can somebody support you when you are showing that you are an idiot? How can somebody support you when you are dependent on people and you have not thinking of your own? How can people support you when you have shown to be a slave to ordinary nomadic people who don't know what is civilization? But today, we have changed the narrative. Now they understand we are not slave nomadic. Now they understand there must be a need to support the liberation and the freedom of Biafra. Now they understand that people of integrity have risen up to show that Biafra has people of integrity and standard. He began a series of diplomatic initiatives to build support for Jewish state, appealing unsuccessfully to German emperor. He appealed to German emperor, was not successful. And Ottoman Sultan appealed to all these people, was unsuccessful. At the 6th Zionist Congress in 1903, they have had the first one, the second one, the third one, and the 6th one in 1903. Hazel presented the Uganda scheme. Even went as far as trying to build the state of Jewish state in Uganda of today. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that Israel had a vision to establish a state in Uganda? Present-day Uganda. That is people, I don't know how many of you, and of course, the gullible ones who are looking at what we're doing today are stupid and whatever. I don't know how many of them are aware of this, that Israel wanted to establish a state in Uganda, present Uganda, championed by Hazel. This was endorsed by Colonial Secretary Joseph Chamberlain on behalf of the British government. The proposal, which sought to create a temporary refugee for the Jews, ultimately rejected. Hazel died. This man died at the age of 44 in 1904 and was buried in Vienna. Now, let us also go fast forward after the Hazel attempt to establish the state of the Jewish state in Uganda, which was supposed to be the temporal refugee place, because of the anti-Semitism, anti-Jewish that was on rampage all over the world, just like they are trying to annihilate Biafrans because of the light we carry. Are you surprised that what we are facing today in Nigeria is exactly what the Jewish people faced all over the world? Then, Israel Declaration of Independence. I want you people to understand that the Declaration of independent state of Israel was signed by 38 individuals. 38, 38 signed the document of the Declaration of the State of Independence of Israel. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that it was only 38 people that signed to declare Israel as an independent state? You don't know. Now you are knowing it today. I'm explaining to you. Formally, declaration of the establishment of State of Israel was proclaimed on the 14th May, 1948, by a man called David Ben-Gurion, the executive head of the World Zionist Organization. The Zionist organization that this Hazel founded. Chairman of the Jewish Agency for Palestine, and later the first Prime Minister of Israel. It declared the establishment of a Jewish state to be known as the State of Israel, which would come into effect on termination of the British mandate. Our own British mandate terminated in 2014. That was when the British mandate terminated. When they say you have 100 years, after that we decide. Nobody is talking about the agreement and how Nigeria become a country from amalgamation to the independence to fake independence to today present Nigeria. They put it under the carpet because nobody have risen up to challenge them. Nobody have risen up to question the existence of Nigeria. Until now, we are questioning it under the Biafra government in exile. I will question it with gun. We will question it with bomb. We will question it with civility. We will question it diplomatically, and we will question it politically. And that is the multi-dimensional approach. That thing they are avoiding to discuss, that particular existence of Nigeria or continuation of Nigeria, they have been avoiding to discuss, will be forced to discuss. They will be forced with the activities and the actions of the Biafra government in 2024. That's where we are going. That's why all these shenanigans, all this their regional government, all this nonsense you see happening are happening today. And they have not actually started hitting the point, because the point remains the continual existence of Nigeria as a country. They are not discussing it. What was the agreement of 1914? What was the agreement after? Independent. What happened for after the 100 years of Nigeria? Nobody is discussing it. And we have seen Nigeria has become the worst and evil state. A terrorist state it has become, and such state should not be allowed to stay even the next minute. That's why Biafra has decided to fight their way out, not the type of war we fought in the 67. That was a very big lesson that we have learned. And today we are fighting differently. I am telling you, if this liberation of Biafra is going to take us the next 20 years after the 2nd of December, we are ready for it. But let us continue so that you understand how freedom is fought. Because many of you who have been in this struggle for the past 20 years actually was following people who do not know what they are doing. And either they were being sabotaged, especially from Mazen Amdekano, who set up the indigenous people of Biafra, surrounded himself with criminals who were not actually fighting for freedom. Now, the event of the termination of the British mandate, Israel immediately wanted to declare their independence. Immediately that termination of the British mandate, on the same night, the event is celebrated annually, the Declaration of Israel. Now, let me also inform you that the possibility of a Jewish homeland in Palestine had been a goal of the Zionist organization, the Zionists founded by Hazel, since the late 19th century. In 1917, British Foreign Ministry Arthur Balfour stated in a letter to the British Jewish community leader, Walter Lord, that His Majesty government views with favor the establishment in Palestine of a national home for the Jewish people, and we use the best endeavor to facilitate the achievement of this object. It's being clearly understood that nothing shall be done which may prejudice the civil and religious right of existing non-Jewish community in Palestine, or the right and political status enjoyed by Jews in other countries. Now they are supporting the establishment of the state of Israel. What happens to you that is yet to get support from the British government? Have you asked yourself that? Because they see that you have been conquered. Maybe you have been conquered. Maybe you don't have the balls to fight for what is your right. Maybe because you are an African and they have come to understand that all of you are idiots. But we are here to tell them that we are not idiots, actually. We're here to tell them that we are even more advanced, more brutal to our getting our freedom, even like they will ever imagine. That is what this generation, the government, I am the prime minister, is trying to send, the message we're sending to the world. Our freedom is so precious that we are ready to burn Nigeria down for us.
Biafrans, put those hands together. The PM is here. Your hands together. Welcome, PM.
There one. Olugo Maton.
Yes. Yes, sir. You are on center stage now, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Good afternoon, Biafrans in Australia. I thank you all for inviting me today and participating in this particular historic tour again. Once again, my speech today and my message today to the Biafra people is the continuation of the enlightenment and awareness on our multi-dimensional approach to the liberation of Biafra. And today, I will be sharing just small history about how we have managed to dismantle Nigeria today using the multidimensional approach. And I'm going to take solace from Israel. My fellow Biafrans, do not allow Nigeria terrorist state nor their agent and affiliate to tell you you can't get your freedom. I am here to tell you that we are going to get our freedom, and we are going to do everything possible for this particular freedom to be achieved. And I'm going to share it with you the story of Israel, which everybody knows about Israel, but many people do not know what Israel went through. And I will start with a man called Theodor Herzl. The Theodor Herzl was, should I say, a founder of the Zionist movement. Herzl was an Austro-Hungarian Jewish. He was a journalist, a lawyer, writer, and a political activist who was the father of the modern political Zionism. Many people are only hearing Israel, Israel, but they don't know what actually transpired that led to Israel becoming an independent state. Herzl formed the Zionist organization and promoted Jewish immigration to Palestine in an effort to form a Jewish state, in an effort to form a Jewish state. Today, there is a Jewish state called Israel, State of Israel. Due to his Zionist work, he is known in the Hebrew Kozeh, a visionary of the state. He is specifically mentioned even in the Declaration of Israel Independence. This man was mentioned and is officially referred to as the spiritual father of the Jewish state. It is very important that our people, both especially the gullible ones, understand that your gullibility cannot stop the liberation of Biafra this year. Hazel was born in Pest, Kingdom of Hungary, to a prosperous nearly Jewish family. After a brief legal career in Vienna, he became the Paris correspondent of the Viennese newspaper. He confronted the anti-Semitic event in Vienna. I hope you understand what anti-Semitism means. He reached the conclusion that anti-Jewish sentiment would make Jewish assimilation impossible. This man single-handedly rose up, stood up, because of the anti-Jewish activities across the world. He stood up, one man. And in 1896, Hazel published the pamphlet, The Judenstaat, in which he elaborated his vision for a Jewish homeland. Because of the attack, the anti-Jewish anti-Semitism, he had a vision. His ideas attracted international attention and rapidly established Hazel as a major figure in the Jewish world. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Are you seeing some similarity in what we are doing today, the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the rise of Simon Ekpa and the Biafra government in exile? In 1897, Hazel convened what we call the First Zionist Congress in Basel. First ever. My fellow Biafrans, do you see some similarity? In 2023, we had the first ever Biafra convention in Finland. First ever in the history of our freedom fighting. This man convened the first ever Zionist Congress in Basel, Switzerland. In Switzerland, and was elected the president of the Zionist organization. He began a series of diplomatic initiatives. I am talking about 18-something, when Usman Danfodio was conquering the northern Nigeria. When Usman Danfodio was killing the Hausas, this man was busy having a vision for a Jewish state of Israel. And then he began the diplomatic initiative to build support for Jewish state. I am telling you that we are not land anywhere. But that was a vision. That was a vision, and they pursued the vision. Some people who don't know anything how the world works will be telling you today who is the government, which government is supporting you, which state is supporting you, how can somebody support you when you are showing that you are an idiot? How can somebody support you when you are dependent on people and you have no thinking of your own? How can people support you when you have shown to be a slave to ordinary nomadic people who don't know what is civilization? But today, we have changed the narrative. Now they understand we are not slave nomadic. Now they understand there must be a need to support the liberation and the freedom of Biafra. Now they understand that people of integrity have risen up to show that Biafra has people of integrity and standard. He began a series of diplomatic initiatives to build support for Jewish state, appealing unsuccessfully to German emperor. He appealed to German emperor, was not successful. And Ottoman Sultan, he appealed to all these people, was unsuccessful. At the 6th Zionist Congress in 1903, they have had the first one, the second one, the third one, and the 6th one in 1903. Hazel presented the Uganda scheme. He even went as far as trying to build the state of Jewish state in Uganda of today. Are you aware of that? Are you aware that Israel had a vision to establish a state in Uganda? Present-day Uganda. That is people, I don't know how many of you, and of course, the gullible ones who are looking at what we're doing today are stupid and whatever. I don't know how many of them are aware of this, that Israel wanted to establish a state in Uganda, present Uganda, championed by Hazel.
A minute silence to the fallen heroes of Biafra, and the time starts now. May the souls of the departed heroes and heroines of Biafra rest in peace, while their spirit continue to embolden us to fight on, to restore Biafra and defend it. You say, video vantage, please. Thank you. Welcome everyone to Northern Nigeria. Mazio Kesisi, the admin of Northern Nigeria. You have the mic. Mazio Kesisi.
Thank you, sir.
You have the mic.
Yes, sir. Yeah. This is a welcome address, please.
No, first is your opening prayer first before you go to your welcome address.
Yeah, we have a Reverend Pastor there. Also, Mazi also.
Mazi, unmute yourself
Please,
again.
can you go to
Mazi,
prayer?
okay, take us to the prayer.
Am I coming out clear?
Yes, we can
Yes.
hear you.
Yeah. I create a dungeon to pray in the language of heaven this afternoon. Onye pụrụ ime ihe niile Chukwu nke na-adị ndụ ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, anyị na-akpọ oku oge n'oge awa. Anyị na-asị gị dịka anyị gbakọ n'ime ihe kwesịrị ka anyị mee n'ọnọdụ nweta onwe anyị. Onye nwe anyị na-asị ka ị bịa were ọnọdụ. N'anya amamihe zuru oke. Kwee onye nwe anyị ka anyị abịghị anyị na-achọ ka anyị ike chọta. Anyị na-arara ndị niile ndị bịaworo ma ndị nọ na mkpagbu ma ndị nọ n'ebe dị iche iche ma ndị nwụrụ anwụ, anyị na-ara ha ncha na-atinye n'obe aka na-asị gị eze ebube were ọnọdụ ka mgbe ihe niile ga-emecha ka anyị nwee ọṅụ ka ọṅụ anyị zuo oke. Ihe ndị a niile ka anyị na-ayọ site n'aha Chukwu okike abịa onye nwe anyị. Ise ise ise. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. Mazi Okosisi, over to you. Item number 3, welcome address.
Yes, thank you. Am I coming out?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, with the welcome address. The Prime Minister, His Excellency, Mazi Simon Eba, was a man with truth and honest. No wonder the former president of the zoo, Olusegun Obasanjo, he said to his people that there is no need looking for this man called Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. There's no need. It's of no use because there is a dangerous weapon behind him. Please, if I may ask, who is that dangerous weapon? It's no other person than Mazi Simon Eba. That's why people in the north decided to give him a special name, Ikuku Amanonya. Please, sir, permit me to recognize the presence of my mentor, Mazi Success, the Vam pastor. Adambo Nandegede. Welcome. You are all welcome. My co-Biafrans, please join me and welcome our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Eba, the Ikuku Amanonya. Please, sir, welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi Okosisi, for the short speech of welcome. Then we go to item number 4, which is breaking of kola nut by every northern state of Nigeria zoo country. Over to you, Mazi Okosisi.
Yes, we are going to hand the microphone over to our man of God, the Oso, for him to tell us, give us the kola. Mazi Oso, bye. Over to you.
Very much. I want to do a little as my sister does by the shouting. And this time I am going to shout the same name that we have given him. Ikuku Amanonya. Ikuku Amanonya. Ikuku Amanonya. You must be kept by the law. That which you have started, you will finish it. Thank you very much. we don't have a physical kola nut here, but we have decided as the North that we will break the kola nut in the means of finance. Thank you very much. Permit us to do so. We are doing it by state, not by individual, for a purpose. And please pardon us as we do that. Later on, we are going to forward the name and everything that has to do with what we have just done. I'm going to start with the first stage. I'm sure I'm coming out. Please, if I'm not coming out, tell me so that I will. If I'm not coming out,
we can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you. Yeah. The first state in my list here is Kano State. Kano State. I'm going to be very slow in the amount so that those who want to write can write. Kano State
wait,
will be taking.
Mazio Sebanji, if you have to call people's name, don't call full names. Only the first name is okay. Okay?
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to call any human being. I'm only going to call state. We gave it by state.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
The name, we are going to call the name later, but I'm going to call by state. No human being will be called here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
The first list I have here is Kano State. Kano State as a state will be taking the kola nut with a sum of 273,500 again 273,500 AJ. Is that okay? Should I move to another state?
Yes, continue. We can hear you. Continue.
Okay. The second state is Plateau State. Plateau State is taking the kola nut with a sum of 184,000 AJ. 184,000 AJ. Number 3 state is Kogi State. Kogi State is taking the kola nut with a sum of 63,000 AJ. 63,000 AJ. Number 4 is Kano State. Kaduna State, I mean to say Kaduna State. Kaduna State is taking the kola nut with a sum of 50,000 AJ. 50,000 AJ. The next state is Benue State. Benue State is taking the kola nut with a sum of 23,000 AJ. 23,000 AJ. Then the next state is Nasarawa State. Nasarawa State is taking the kola nut with a sum of 200,000 AJ, 200,000 AJ. Then the next state is Taraba State. Taraba State is taking the kola nut with a sum of 65,225 AJ, 65,225 AJ. The next state is Federal Capital Territory. Federal Capital Territory is taking the kola nut with a sum of 200,000 AJ, 200,000 AJ. Another state is Kwara State. Kwara State is taking the kola nut with a sum of 15,000 AJ, 15,000 AJ. Then followed by Bauchi State. Bauchi State. Bauchi State is taking the kola nut with a sum of 18,000 AJ, 18,000 AJ. And then the last but not the least is Gombe State. Gombe State is taking the kola nut with a sum of 5,000 AJ. 5,000 AJ. So far, these are the states that has been able to remit or forward their breaking of kola nut. We are still waiting for others because we have covered the north and we are moving forward. Thank you very much. May the Lord bless you.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. Thank you to all the northern states of the Nigerian zoo country. Thank you for making your voice heard. Thank you for making the entire world to know that Biafrans are everywhere, even inside FCT, Abuja of Nigeria. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Nothing admin, do you have something to say before we call on him? Okay, Susie.
Sorry, before I hand over to you, sorry, I want to also remind you that we are together with our leader here. For some of us who don't know, leader is with us and we are threatened.
Thank you, Mazi. Mazi, okay, Susie, you have something to
Yes,
say before we
yes.
call the Prime Minister?
Can we get a total? Mazi Ose, can we get a total for now?
Mazi Ose,
okay, sorry. I was too fast on that. We have a total. Are you there with me? Am I coming out?
Yes.
Yes.
We have a total of 1,096,725 AJ. 1,096,725 AJ.
Thank you. Mazi Okezisi, over to you before we hand over to the
Thank you very much, sir. In this juncture, I want to use the 50,000 AJ to welcome our PM to clean the microphone for him. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Prime Minister, we now offer you, we usher you to the stage. Take the stage, Prime Minister. Commit yourself, PM.
Thank you very much, fellow Biafrans in the northern Nigeria, the Biafra Liaison Office, northern Nigeria. I thank you for this noble cause, and of course for inviting me today to northern Nigeria, as part of the tour of the unification of the Biafra people all over the world. As you may know, we are just coming from the Australia tour, and here we are. I just want to let every one of you understand that we mean business in the liberation of Biafra. And for those of you who are taking risk in the den of lions, you are making history for yourself, for your unborn generation. My fellow Biafrans in the north, and of course those that have joined and are listening to this program today, I have come to address many of you for the very first time in the northern Nigeria in connection with a horrific and savage act of terrorism against our land a few days ago. We have seen on social media images, videos, including those who survived the attack against our students in their schools. This attack claimed life of dozens of peaceful, innocent students in their hostels. My fellow citizens of Biafra, this attack were also meted against our students and doctors, women, and teenagers. As usual, everywhere is silent. Have you not seen videos of the survivors that are on social media in pool of their own blood? But those castigating the Biafra government defense of Biafra land are all silent. What does that tell you? And of course, they are waiting for the Biafra defense forces to engage these terrorists before you will hear their national outcry of how we are killing people. The Biafra defense forces are fighting to save the life of those they have kidnapped. Many may be in a very critical condition. But I'm very, very confident and very optimistic that in the coming days, you will be seeing results and news that will be coming from the den of those terrorists. Because of the recent attack on Biafra soil, which we all know that is being aided by their counterpart, accomplices in the Nigeria Terrorist Army Police and other agencies within Biafra land, in order to divert our attention from neutralizing and eliminating them. I have to tell them today that, unfortunately, our focus will not be diverted. Our focus remain on them because they are the generator, they are the facilitator, they remain the accomplice, they abet, they aid, and they protect and shield these ragtag terrorists that are now on rampage in Biafra land. But one thing is certain. You see, this month of August will never be forgotten in the history of Nigeria and the Biafra struggle. We will engage these terrorists ruthlessly. And as you all know, the Biafra government has taken measures, additional anti-terrorism measures, anti-sabotage measures, which the government has adopted, and the result will be coming out in a few days or weeks to come. One of those measures being that from the 30th of this August, there will be no additional entrance of cows through the bushes and the border of Biafra land. 2, there will be no movement of cows, interstate movement of cows through the forest. If Biafra forces and if you violate this particular law and measures that the Biafra government have introduced in order to curb and fight these terrorists in our land, believe me, we don't ask questions and we don't have prisons. We do not have prison yard or facilities or correctional facilities. This is an official announcement that from the 30th of August, every movement of cows in the bushes are banned, completely banned. And remember that this pronouncement has never been made since the beginning of the liberation of Biafra. Even when the corrupt idiots were making their laws of the movement of cow and the terrorists and all that, which were never enforced, from the Yoruba land down to the Biafra land. Many of these fake people paraded themselves as representative of the people, has one point in time tried to ban the movement of cows because these are terrorists who follows them. And all this while we have been observing, waiting for a moment like this when they have attacked us and the evidence is there. So from the 30th of August. And I know that before 30th of August, they are going to unleash mayhem on our people. But believe me, whatever happens, know that Biafra government is equal to the tax. We will never deviate from engaging their counterpart in the uniform. From the 30th of August, we will face those terrorists in the bushes. And I promise Biafra people that under this government, we will eradicate the interstate movement of terrorists with their cows from one place to another. It is our focus. And that particular measures has been taken, considered by the government and the Biafra Defense Forces, and implementation will follow ruthlessly. So Biafra people, all you need remain the support to the government, and we thank you for the support you have given so far by making sure that you are speaking in one voice like never before. The Nigeria state are quaking and panicking. Those one Nigeria gullible, idiotic fraudsters, the internet criminals are quaking and trembling because they have seen that Biafrans are all behind the Biafra government. And it shocked them. And more of this will be coming, more of the hate will be coming because they see that you are now coming back in unison and becoming unified. That unity is exactly what this tour is targeted at achieving. We thank you in homeland, Biafra de facto government in the homeland, who have smartly conducted and conducting the self-referendum, and we have seen over 50 million votes. Still counting, because the voting will end November 28. I want to thank you for your belief and trust in the Biafra government. The changes you crave for, the nation you are fighting for, you will enjoy it. I want you to understand that many propaganda will come because they see Prime Minister of Biafra is standing very strong. And I am telling you all that I will be the end of Nigeria. I have said this severally. I will say it again. I will be the end of Nigeria. Somebody have to be the end of Nigeria. Somebody have to do it. I am here to do it. We are here to fight and pass freedom onto our new generation, and not this situation, not this slavery, not this neo-colonialism that have destroyed the future of our people. Biafra will be the beginning of civilization in Africa. We have introduced the most acceptable democratic system by allowing Biafrans to speak, by participating in free will voting for their self-referendum. And of course, the pathway to freedom is after the referendum has been conducted in Finland. We will gather from the 29th of November to 3rd of December 2024, where delegation from all over the world will gather to append their signatures to confirm the consent given to them by the Biafra people to declare the restoration of independent state of Biafra. After that, we will communicate to Abuja. And this warning of withdrawal of all the terrorists in uniform from Biafra land will be enforced with the highest force. We will not fight conventional war with them. We will detect how this war will be fought. And it is going to take us 20 years to eliminate Nigeria from our land. We are ready for it. If it is going to take us 10 years after 2nd of December, to eliminate Nigeria in our land, we are ready for it. I want you to understand that America left Vietnam because of the asymmetric and the guerrilla warfare, the jungle warfare that Vietnamese unleashed on Americans during the war. Our own will be worse than the Vietnamese war. We will make sure it is the only way out of the enslavement of Nigeria. It is only way out of the terrorism of Nigeria. They thought they can eliminate us and they force us together with the barrels of the guns. We have come to let them understand that Nigeria can never win this war, not now, not tomorrow, not never. The earlier they accept this self-referendum and start immediately the United Nations procedures on recognition of Biafra and acceptance of the self-referendum, the better for them. If they refuse, believe me, we will destroy Nigeria because that is the only way to save our life. And at the end, they will still declare and recognize Biafra. The worst part of this very sad truth is that if they accept this amicably in peace, they will save lives and save many things. But if they refuse, I will tell you, many things will go down. At the end, we will sit at the round table and discuss the liberation and independence state of Biafra, when a lot of damages may have been done, which can never be repelled and recalled. I am telling you today, I'm standing on this planet Earth on the ground. I'm promising Biafra people that I will not hand over slavery to my children, to our generation, but freedom is what we will hand over to them. Not just freedom, but Biafra, where they will have the opportunity to aspire to whatever they want to be in life, where they will live freely, have the power and ability to study and compete among nations of the world. What you are doing today is because you know Nigeria has failed. The reason you are supporting me, why I am in exile, why the government is in exile, is because you know we have proffered a better solution. We have proffered a brighter future for you. And it is not just proffering, we are coming with a realistic solution to your problems. We will provide electricity, provide good road, healthcare system, insurance. We will also make sure that the database is the first thing we are going to do, which we have already done with the Biafra government in exile. Today we have the BSA, Biafra Security Administration, which is responsible for collecting the data of Biafras and the issuance of Biafra National Identity Card. We have started solving your problems even before we get recognition and before declaring independence. We have also provided solutions to the insecurity that are now rampant in Nigeria. Every part of Nigeria is facing annihilation because of the jihadist movement, the continuation of the Usman Danfodio, which every one of you know the history. What is happening today in Nigeria is the continuation. And the primary target remains the Biafra territory, which we have resisted and continue to resist. So my brothers and sisters, those of you who believe in Nigeria, you have a choice. It is your right. But remember, we have gathered 50 million. For you to outnumber us, you will have another 60 million or 51 million that will say no to Biafra. Only then we can back down. For now, we have the majority of the Biafra people, those who have never voted and participated in Nigeria election. Since they were born, they are now voting in Biafra self-referendum. And some idiot will be telling you, oh, how many are you in Biafra? Where did you get the 50 million vote? Ask them, do you have any statistics? Do you have any document, record, data of anybody, of everybody in Biafra land? Ask them, how many are you in Nigeria? How many are you in the eastern region, which is the territory of Biafra? Who have the data? Where is the record? Today, our record becomes the authentic record. Our own record, the data being collected from this voting become the authentic record, because you never conducted any reasonable and realistic census on our people. Everything in Nigeria is fake. You go to Google, you go to Wikipedia, you see what they are reporting, 20 million people, 30 million people, and they think that it is the time we are going to be looking at what they are writing on Wikipedia. Wikipedia that is being manipulated by the result of those nomadic people that were leading the Nigeria Census Board, where they will be counting cow leg in the northern Nigeria, and they disenfranchise the eastern part of Nigeria, which is Biafra territory, and they will count one family and jump the other family. Not even that. Majority of Biafrans never participated in the Nigeria census, and they don't want to participate because they have lost faith in Nigeria. But in this Biafra self-referendum, they have come to identify with the Biafra government, and this result from this voting become the authentic number of people that actually qualified to cast their vote, and it will be authentic. We call on Nigeria and those who care that the authentication of the result of the Biafra self-referendum will be the only pathway to peace. The refusal and the rejection will be the pathway to anarchy. And we are ready to carry guns, not just for the self-defense, but to defend the result of the self-referendum. Thank you very much. Biafrans in northern Nigeria, I thank you. And let those who are still hanging on the roadside thinking that what we are doing here is a joke, you are going to regret not supporting this freedom up to this point. Nigeria have nothing on us. For those rappers in America, I want to tell you today that you defined who you are, and nobody else will tell you who you are. You defend yourself, nobody else will defend you. We have seen how people are dying in other parts of Nigeria. Nobody is protecting and defending.
This meeting is being recorded.
Those who supposed to be the security that should be protecting the people are actually helping the terrorists to take over their land. They attack your land, in after 2 weeks, people that you don't know where they come from will occupy your land, and that is the end. As I'm talking to you today, it is a fact that people were born in IDP camp in Benue State, and today they are 19 years. 19 good years born in IDP camp and still living in IDP camp. Who is living and occupying their land? Strangers from Central African Republic, Fulani from other parts of Africa occupying their land, and the government of Nigeria, that's a terrorist state government, have done nothing to make these people go back to their land. That is what we have prevented in Biafra land, and that is the reason why the security of life and property of Biafra people will be taken very seriously, and we will protect our women ruthlessly, like we are going to do in the next coming weeks. Those terrorists that attack and kidnap our doctors, our students from the school, I pity for you. Run! Because there will be no excuse. We will hunt you down. We will hunt you down. I am telling you the fact. In the next few weeks, we will be hunted down. Any place you are in Biafra forest, we will hunt you down. Remember, Biafrans, that for this to be possible, we will need to continue to support and fund the Biafra Defense Forces. It is their job to protect our land, and that they have sworn to do, and that they have done very well, which is the reason this attack against Biafra is not a rampage like we see in other parts of Nigeria. But we will use this time around to set example to those who are planning to attack us in the future. And from here, I say, may God bless you. Biafrans in the northern Nigeria, airborne to the Biafra Defense Forces.
Airborne!
Yes, Okukolo.
Nobody is going to protect our land than us. We have done that very well, and we continue to do it till Biafra is declared and defended. Northern Nigeria, today is the beginning. Unify yourself, bring everybody together, so that the day we are going to call the shot, nobody will be left behind. The time is fast approaching. Everybody knows that. And if it calls for every one of you to leave, remember, leave everything behind. We will recover them at the end of the day. This is not 1967, where you are going to abandon your property and go back, and then they will come and tell you it's an abandoned property. It is never going to happen. Make sure you have the document of your property intact. Take them with you. Run back to Biafra land, and let us do the job for you at the end of the day. I promise you, none of Biafra property, none, I mean none, not even one room that you have a document that we're going to leave behind. We will fight Nigeria. Even after this freedom has been restored, we will still engage Nigeria until we are satisfied that what they have done to us, we have gotten them back. Thank you.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Thank you. Thank you. Now the floor is open for donations and picking of kola nut. Everyone should support Northern Nigeria Biafra Lizen. Everyone should support Northern Nigeria Biafra Lizen. And from today, the Prime Minister has upgraded their name from Northern Nigeria to Northern Nigeria Biafra Lizen. So we address them as such going forward. Obi, your hand is up. Unmute yourself, Obi. Obi, unmute yourself. Obi, unmute yourself. The floor is open for question and answers from all angles. Ask the Prime Minister any question you want. Make your donation, support Northern Nigeria Biafra Lizen. Pick kola nut and ask your questions. Obi, unmute yourself. Obi. Obi, unmute yourself. William Naimeka, unmute yourself. Please, if you want to speak, you have to raise your hand. Tap on the reactions button or the reactions icon. Then you will see an option that says raise hand. Then you raise your hand. That's how you can raise your hand. Williams Naimeka, you have the mic. Speak up, please.
Thank you, my Honorable Minister of Information. Greetings to my PM Extraordinary, Ebubedike One, Ikuku himself, the quagmire of the zoo. Welcome to Northern Nigeria. Please, may I take Osoji for you? You know, when people came and answered Osoji and they are nowhere to be found any longer. So I'm taking Osoji for you with 100,000 a year. I will send it through my SA. Thank you for rescuing us. Thank you for being the hand of God upon our lives. Thank you, my PM. I greet all the cabinet. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. We call on Ebuka Ishinachi. Ebuka Ishinachi, unmute yourself. When I say unmute yourself, look at the screen of your device. You will see a pop-up command which says the host wants you to unmute yourself. You click on unmute. Ebuka, unmute yourself. Obi, unmute yourself. Ejike Emmanuel, unmute yourself. Ejike Emmanuel, unmute yourself. Ejike, you have the mic.
Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening, the Minister of Information. Am I coming out?
Yes, we can hear you. Right on, right on.
Good evening, the Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile. I greet you, sir. You are indeed a man of the people. Without you, I don't think some of us here in Nigeria will be here. But we thank God who brought you in this time. You are welcome, sir. Hello? Hello?
Go on, we can hear you. Go on.
Can you hear me?
HK, continue to speak, HK. We can hear you. Don't stop. Continue.
Okay. Yes. This is my first time speaking with my PM and every one of you over there. I'm glad and happy to be here. Even though what we are hearing and what we are seeing in Nigeria is something that nobody will advise anybody to do things that will make Nigeria a place that people will live in. Without being wasting much of the time, I've been following our Prime Minister right from the day he interviewed our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. And even though things are not being the way it's supposed to be, but I've been praying and interceding the little I can to make sure and to ask God to help us to achieve this aim, like what he always said, that we are going to give freedom to our unborn children. They will not going to face what we are facing today. I thank him for all the things he has been doing to us, doing for us. I thank him for making sure that our land is safe. We know what is happening in Nigeria. Many things are happening both in the northern side where we are today. But he never allows us to happen in Biafra. Thank you very much, my PM. So I want to give Usoji to my PM, the little I can offer, so that as subsequent time and maybe I would like information minister to give me any contact within this area. I'm presently in the capital of Nigeria. How I will be getting orders like liaison officer and co, so that with time we will be participating and doing the little we can. I'm welcoming our PM with 5,000 AJ. Thank you very much and God bless you all.
Thank you. Mazugo, please post our numbers again on the comment section of this Zoom. So anyone making donation and you don't know how to remit it, contact us with the number that you will see there. We will forward you to the reps in any of the regions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. We go to the next person. Message again. Thank you for standing by. Obi, have you unmuted yourself? Obi, you have disabled your microphone. You can't speak. Okay, Cyprian Ugochukwu, over to you. Cyprian Ugochukwu, over to you.
Those who don't know who is the admin in any part of Nigeria diaspora, like the brother that just spoke now, go to the comment section. Immediately, I have posted the number. So contact any of those numbers and you'll be guided.
Hello.
Yes, Matt, right on, we can hear you. Cyprian, we can hear you.
Okay. I greet you, sir. I greet everyone. The media, I greet you. All GLA, we are seeing what you are doing. You know, say, since when you come Lagos, can't go back. Since that time, my level for Lagos, because since I talk to them, they know they hear. But when you now visited Lagos, finish, I will put on them. I greet you, sir. Well done, sir. You know, say, for Lagos, I be for Zugeria, where you from a place like this, if they get some area boys where they come harass more, they carry something, give them head and go. We're going to better here. So they use 2,000 AJ, where they make you take social laws or small. Make yeah, welcome, sir. I greet you. Well done, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Master Cyprian. We go to Sylvester Agadasonde. Sylvester Agadasonde, unmute yourself. Sylvester Agadasonde, unmute yourself. Ebuka Ihinachi, unmute yourself. Ebuka.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, Sylvester. Yes.
Okay. I greet my able Prime Minister. In fact, I am very privileged for the first time to speak through this medium to our Prime Minister one-on-one. I've been following him even right from before the kidnapping of our Onyendu. In fact, what he's doing, in fact, he said God is choosing him to take up this wonderful task. We thank you for the good work that you are doing. You are saving a lot of lives of Biafrans. So, and I want also to thank the entire members of the Biafran government in exile. So I want to thank Sonny Akparawa also. They have been doing wonderful. So I'm where I am now. It's raining seriously. I am based in the capital of Adamawa. In fact, there's nobody here that I can, liaise with. But there are a lot of people who are always coming on Zoom like this to listen to our Prime Minister. So, but for me, I'm very privileged today that I'm part of. I want to make myself, to be part of the history. So, without wasting much of time, I want to give also to our Prime Minister with a sum of 10,000 a day. So, and I would like the team to kind of join me with a very close Lazim office, maybe like in Taraba, so that where I can, forward my donation. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you. We go to Okezie Ibo 042.
Please, Sonny, the person that just spoke now from Adamawa, please collect the number from the chat session, and so that you can be connected to any admin closer to you.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Prime Minister.
Thank you. Okezie Ibo 041. Unmute yourself. Okezie Ibo 042.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Yes, you have the mic.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Right on.
Am I coming out?
We can hear you. Continue.
Good afternoon, my PM. Okay, good afternoon, my PM. Good afternoon, my able minister for information coming. I greet you, everybody. My PM, I welcome you today in the northern Nigeria. But before I do what I want to do, I just want to say something, because I was supposed to send a message. I wasn't able to come online when you just said my own place, which is Lagos. So I've been trying every possible means to get how to connect myself back to the person in charge in Lagos. But I said I'll make sure I'm available on today's visit in the northern Nigeria. So I say welcome, but I want to use that also had a training more. I saw maybe 5,000 if you do in Lagos today. In Lagos, it's your place more. Come on, I tell you, drag on. So now Lagos State, the car to Lagos. So then
I did my son Diraku now. I saw go. You watch jacket, I found them man or was here. You got I saw go. There we go.
And then after Nigeria, if you can fast travel again, it will support them not. Then because if they say you may one may travel back, that's your vote. Maybe go by each and then the new link. Only you letter and send the voice note.
PM, your voice is not coming.
Egwam no Ogma send a message in ready to vote. He sent one message, we know, will we go to the vote, right?
Yes.
All right, I remember.
That the winning down that was first. I'm not a moment one month now where to start the vote. We're going to take a look at it. Because I've been active voting in my state where I'm done. Lagos State out of the party who present in more days, so we are in another major Lagos, but I'm not in my life due to my letter of job, every next cup, but so because some night we can when I got and every year on all myself to the organize it for I got to I don't need to. So we
will connect you, just copy the number there, they will connect you to the Lagos Assembly.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, sir. You're welcome, sir. Sorry, I have a question. I don't have a question. You know, maybe you guys know. I don't have a question. I really make you
everything quarter can barezi. We are not hiding anything. So, Mana, if you have question, you ask. What we are doing underground. Then we are on we can say Mia. Freedom. It is either you are doing it or you are not doing it.
That's it. When I got person to go on a level because people are there to this stage, I'm sure I know all of it. Now, doesn't happen. Now, that is because they didn't come on here. In the paper, on the dear. Is it a newspaper on a dear? Is it a television on a dear? It's a physical on a dear. So,
exactly.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mazi. Please, everyone that does not know how to remit their payment, remember to pick the numbers of the media team and the comment section and follow us up. Boyoyo, unmute yourself. Boyoyo, unmute yourself. You have the mic.
Good afternoon, Biafrans. Am I being heard?
Greeting. Yes, I can hear you. Continue.
Special greeting to my Prime Minister, Mazi Samana Ukoromo Obatovie. Neluka Mokesi Ama Imaka Tagaziereji. Greetings to Minister of Information. So now, Pastor Van, you are cited. I need Kelo Nunine. Oh, no, Kaije Mono. Aishi na Old Imo State na akpọ mụ na ụfọdụ ụmụnne m n'ebe a. We thank you all. Ohaji precisely in Old Imo State. We will go to the comment section after speaking. Then we will look for the contacts on how to tender our donations. So my PM, our question here, something we are confused. We want to ask this question. Now, we understand that we are in Owo State. Yes, Owo State in the United States of Biafra. But we don't know any of the admin where we can get info, except from these meetings or the other space meeting that we join. So it is
The same thing you will.
This
you
push
will
is really
receive,
giving us a worry. So
the media. If you are deep-rooted in the struggle, you will know your admins and all that. But however, you can reach out to the media, and they will interview you and link you up to your state. Did you hear me? You know Zikuya? Okay, all the Zoom network Ethiopia again. All right, next.
All right, we go to the next person. Pharmacist Diana, over to you, please.
Thank you. Thank you. I greet all of you. My PM, Obatobie. Ihe m na-akpọ gị this evening bụ Ọsụafịa, Ọsụọfịa Biafra. Ị nọ n'ọrụ ọbatago, ọsụbago, ya gaba jisi ike. Eme na amaghị m ma Bitter Kola osikwa nọrọ n'ọjị anụnwa a na-eme ebe a tata. So eche na m hụrụ Bitter Kola, biko ọ bụrụ na onwe onye hụ Bitter Kola n'efere anwa ya gwa m. So as such, a sị na akụ ilu, which is Bitter Kola, ka o si ada n'ọnụ awụhụ ka o si atọ. So the bitterness of this Bitter Kola ya agbagide zoo. Ọ gbagidego zoo n'onu ka PM na-ata ya ka ọ na-atọ ya tupu o nuo ya. Ọ gbagidego ndị zoo n'onu like cancer. Na ife PM ya emezibịa o nuo ha. So ya mee nji wee na-etinye aka ilu n'efere anụnwa. And I'm going to do so with 100 ejemma. Thank you. Jisike n'ọrụ. Bye-bye.
There we go.
Thank you, Pharmacist Diana. Thank you. We continue. We go to iPhone John. iPhone John, unmute yourself. iPhone John, unmute yourself. iPhone John is ready. Mighty Dot, unmute yourself. Mighty Dot, unmute yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, greetings, my Prime Minister again. I mean, we are on the road, non-stop.
Yes,
so I want to
sir.
honor that seat again with another 50 ejema, and I'm going to open another front for that sword, that dragon sword, starting from today. So I'm sending that dragon, I'm sending that sword. A filing. Hey, I get moved Daniano. In fact, anime increase it. Anime 100 ejema for the sword and 50 for the seed, making it 150. I gonna from northern Nigeria, because we have entered the dome, the stronghold of darkness. So I gonna everything is going to be made today. From today.
Okay, the den of terrorists kind of here.
Now, okay, from tonight.
In fact, can you put this word?
Yes, Ejim 100 ejema. Now move that sword. Now, thank you, my Prime Minister.
PM is going to get the sword. The dragon sword is coming. Hey, again, dragon sword now, yeah. And then the know about that. The kind of indicator.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Odogu.
You do come
Ikoroba.
Una fugia. Urumana. Otego sword up. Otego. A very long time.
Yes.
So today,
Hey, Biafrans, please join me in filing this word. Let's honor this word. And so that audience will think please join me.
Agene.
Agwamunu. Na imanka. Imanka ọzọ.
Agene.
Imanka. Imanka ọzọ. Ha kirie ya ọfụma. Anyị ejiri gbagwe onye ọcha. And anyị anaghị ezo ezo. Ụmụ ihe nwoke jide ebube.
Otu a ka ọ dị.
Unu ebupụtago sword a, ọ ga na-anọ n'akụkụ m.
Otu a.
One more thing. Media, please. Can I speak? Can you give me a second?
Yes, Pharmacy Dana, go on.
Okay. For this sword coming out, I'm tapping it with another 50 ejema.
Oh, gini. Woto.
Yes.
Thank you.
Imana.
This one is training.
Yes.
Imana. Enwe ka ha si kọọ ashịrị. Asị na Simon ekwa anara aga ụka. Onwe okwenye ka m gaa ụka. Mana omenala ebu m ya n'isi. Ịbata na chọọchị anọ m ya. Ịbata na nke omenala anọ m ya. Isi na Igbo ọgbọ nje ahụghị gị ya n'aka. Maka na onye na-abịa ịnụ Naijiria ọgụ ga-akwado akwado. Emere m nkwado wee bata ije a. And I believe by now Nigeria achọpụtago.
Yes.
Ka ọ ka na-eme ha ụchọwụtụ n'anya.
Yeah.
Are they still looking for solution? I remain the mathematics they will never solve. I swear to God.
Exactly.
They can never solve this mathematics. Halfway. I will not hand over struggle of independent state of Biafra to anybody. I will end it.
Hey.
Amen.
Ọbụrụ nke asịkwa na Ojukwu mere onye nke a gwaziri ike mee ebe a ka ọ ga-end oge onye ọbụla n'anya ga-afụ ya. I have come for this. And the more you look, the less you see. Until you sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra. Ndewono, can I continue on?
Yes.
Ndasile Cubano. Yo, ijeri. Cubano.
Biko 1 second. For onye abatanwu na Zoom. I nwere ike ịkpọ na phone. Biko onye ndị abatanwu na Zoom. I nwere ike ịkpọ na phone. Biko na ụmụnne m. Thank you.
Go.
Ọbụghọkwa nke mbe. Maka nke mbe bụ aghụghọ. Ọnya ka eji kụziere anyị na mbe na-aghọrị ụmụ anụmanụ niile. Anyị wee were ya na-eto. You'll be struggling to say like him.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Yes, Mighty Dog, go ahead.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'm going to add another.
Please refresh, though. Sonny, please refresh. Go on. Please, who was speaking before? Go on.
Okay. Yeah, this is Mighty Dot from South Carolina. I am adding another 50 a gemma, making it 250 for the sword and 50 for the distance. That is 200. And I'm calling everybody to come and support. Come on, from North Carolina, wherever you are, if you're a Biafran, come and support all over United States. We are going, this sword in the northern Nigeria today, from today. Hey, this sword will go and move.
Yes.
So please, the done with this sword. The more we fight this sword, the more the sword will get very extraordinary.
Yes.
Because we are come to restore the kingdom of God upon the planet Earth.
Yes.
And nothing can stop us. And that dome, which is the kingdom, the stronghold of darkness. Now. They haven't seen anything. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We told them that we are fighting using multidimensional approach. I am Welundoka, when the father, when the pastors, when bishop, now this struggle. Biango Kondo Merana, when the Ogomo, Ibanarani, Noka, Ikahabanarani Ogomo, Ndogomo, Akogia, Avoka neighbor and Kendo Ogomo, our Jewish Akogia, and we have over Neptana this struggle that we are not there. I am a Chile the day with you. So we will fight this struggle, liberate ourselves, Nigeria is evil. Nigeria is evil. Evil Nigeria, Nigeria is a very demonic country. And Chineke makwanoro ndị oji arụ ọrụ. Wee na-arọpụta ndị ga-anụsa Nigeria ọgụ. Ndị oji dị iche. And that is why we are here. When they think they are close to Simon Ekpa is closer to them than they can ever imagine. Ha na-edemu, ana m ede ha. Ebe a ka ọ dị dị egwu. Ha na-edem na-ede ha. Onye bụ ụzọ dị tibia. Owino. There one.
na-eje agwa nọ n'ụzọ ọ nọrọ n'ụzọ ịzọpịa anya.
Yes. Onwe onye nọ na phone biko nne go ahead 1 minute biko.
Agbata obi Chineke gọzie ego the Joshua of our time. Obi anyị jupụtara nnọọ na aṅụrị Paulina na otu Chineke ji jipụta gị ka ị bịa napụta ụmụ Biafra na mkpagbu na ogbugbu na ihe ọjọọ niile ebugidere ụmụ Biafra. Anyị na-esi Chineke biko kwagide gị, Chineke chebe gị, Chineke lụgbusha ndị iro gị, and Chineke lụgbusha ndị iro Biafra, and Chineke nye anyị Biafra freedom anyị. Ana m akwago visit gị to Northern Nigeria. Eji m 20 ejemma na-asị gị nna m biko jisie ike. Chineke ga-anọnyere gị ihe niile ị ga-eme enjoy Biafra. Ụmụ Biafra ga-eme enjoy Biafra site n'aha Jesus Christ. Amen.
And please, anybody that want to speak any language from Biafra territory, please, you are free. You are free. Because you have noticed that I've been chipping in some Igbo language. You know, they said that I'm not an Igbo man. So they say I'm India. They say I'm from, I don't even know these places they say I come from. So if you can speak Igbo,
they say you be Calabar Bobrisky.
So if you can speak Calabar, if you can speak
Calabar.
Okay. So I am trying to chip in some Igbos so that other people will understand that you know, Tonobi. Maka ụmụ ụdị Igbo nga na-asụ kịta ma ndị nwa na-asị na ha bụ ndị Igbo agaghị aghọta ya. Na-aghọtago?
Thank you.
So if you want to speak any language, you are free. You are free today. Today is a different day. It's a special day. We are in northern Nigeria for the very first time, and you can see the progress we have made. The northern Liazen has made a very big progress. And so let them understand that we are everywhere. Everywhere.
Yes.
And why you finish it, oh yeah, piaka button on our here. On our here. On our here bar. On our here bar. Oh, well, Thank you.
Because
120 Gemma from Albert to refill Usoji in the sword. Thank you. I pick the call.
Okay, because 1 minute, just half a minute. I call because half a minute.
Half a minute.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hanani Henneku.
Yes, Abatobi, I know. Abatobi and Egegonti.
Abatobi. Udu akommiri. Anu kankampi.
Again.
Onye na-egi nwanyị na-ekwu. Hey. Kwashaka survivor. Ọmụnwa na-ekwu. Ndewo nna m. Ndewo jisike o. Jisike. Mmiri na-arị ugwu. Jisike nnụna. Enwere m ụmụ grandchildren na North. So mmeji 20 ejemma. Were kwagide ha. Last time I mere nke Lagos, akwagidekwara m ha. Maazị Boniface nyere ya. Yes. So m ga-eji 20 ejemma were kwagide ya. Biko, achọrọ m ka azụtụkworo Rose ihe. Commander Rose, ka atụkwasịtụkworo ya ihe n'elu red ọ na-ekpu n'isi. Ịta ga-abịa ebe ọbụla kwụsị anọ, ọ na-afụ ya. Ọ ihe nchọrọ. O nwere ka si wee wetakwa ego ọzọ na-esendikwuru ya Maazị Boniface. Ewere ya tinyekwuoro m ya Rose ihe n'isi ebe ọbụla Musa nọ, ọ na-afụ ya, ọ na-agba ọbara n'olu. Jisike nna m, gị na ndị kabinet gị niile. Jisike, Chukwu nọnyere gị. Anyị kwụ gị n'azụ. Enyi, kpụrụ anyị gawa.
Thank you.
Ebe ọbụla ị nọ, kpụrụ anyị gaba. Anyị so gị n'azụ. Gwogwongwongwo. Ndewo.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Maka na enyi ọkwa ịghọrị ka aghọrị enyi. So ya bụkwara ka egwuregwu enyi a. Welu na enwe biko.
Thank you. Please, let's pick the hands in the Zoom. We come back to Mouthpiece of the Gods. Let's make it snappy because there are many hands.
Very snappy. I will. I greet you, Your Excellency, Mazi Simon, our own Prime Minister. So I'm going to change that Enyi to Mbedike. All right, please, I want you to use Mbedike na-aga na-isogi n'azụ gogogongo. Gogogongo. Mbedike na-aga na-isogi n'azụ gogogongo. Yeah, Mbedike one of Biafra land. Ejim 100 ejemma. When I tinye sword na that sword. Iji that sword na-aga. Anya na-etudi Mbedike na-aga na-isogi n'azụ gogogongo. So Mbedike na-aga na-isogi n'azụ gogogongo. Yes. So I'm going to send the 100 ejemma to I think I'll send it to the admin of Maryland, or to our own I think Joy, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Any of them?
Mazi Sani, biko onye na line.
Pick.
Okay, now half a minute. Biko.
Okay. Good evening, everybody.